Hello, and welcome to Blue Lightning Healing Meditations. My name is Susie Parker Goins. I am a channel, energy healer, past life explorer, and guide. My links are in the description box for my website, other podcasts, financial support opportunities, and contact information. I upload topics every Thursday, stuff I'm going to talk about, and then Mondays are meditations. You can find those over at anchor.fm under Blue Lightning Healing Meditations. So please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Thanks for your support. So today is the episode 2 of my 7-week series about the chakras. So for the next, this is the second chakra. So, for 7 Thursdays, I'll be uploading content about each of the major 7 chakras. Like what is it, how to tell if it's okay, where it is, and ways you can balance it. And then, follow up with meditations. And you'll have an opportunity to tune into your chakra at the meditations on Mondays, and, we can work on ways to balance it. So the word chakra is ancient Sanskrit for wheel. Everyone's got them. Everyone has chakras, and yes, even animals do. There are 108 chakras in and around the human body. That number shows up in a variety of disciplines like math, science, literature, technology. There's 108 beads in a meditation mala. And there are 108 pressure points in martial arts disciplines. But my favorite is that there are 108 and 8 stitches in a regulation baseball. Rah, rah, field of dreams. Okay, so today I'm focusing on the sacral or the Svadhisthana chakra. It sits in the reproductive or pelvic area of the body, and it's the chakra of creativity. And I'm not talking about just making baby creativities, but soul and self-expression and sexuality. So on your hands, you can find the corresponding point on the outer side, on the outer edge of your palm, just at the base of your pinky finger, right here, and right here. There's also this spot here, along the fleshy parts of it's a V shape along in between the fleshy parts of your palm, so it goes down into a V shape and out your thumb too, both sides. And then on your feet, and of course I'm not flexible enough to show you that, it's on the sole of your foot. That's the bottom. I can do it this way, on the sole of feet. And it's about an index finger's length away from the base of your pinky finger, your pinky toe. So it would be here on your foot. Here on your foot. It would be on the sole of your foot there. Pinky toe and pinky finger. There's correlation there. I don't know what it means, but it's cool nonetheless. If you want to take a moment, we've already established that mine needs a little help over here, but if you want to press on that one, I've been doing, excuse me, I've been doing little circles around it to help with it. And I'm also wearing my very festive shirt, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Like now, the color of that chakra is orange, and it's the orange of an orange that I use as my reference color. And yours may be a different shade, but as long as it helps you feel uplifted and confident, then that's the right color for you. The element of the sacral chakra is water, and that has a property of cohesiveness. And we used to go to the Pacific Science Center, and I loved the outdoor exhibit area that focused on water. Of course, the human-powered water wheel, I wouldn't get on that. I just couldn't keep up with it. But there was this one thing that exhibited the properties of cohesiveness, and you squeeze this trigger, and this jet stream of water would go up. And if you stopped the water, it would still go, but you could see how the cohesive property was, where if you changed the rhythm or whatever. And I don't know why I'm telling you this story, but I just think it's cool. I was mesmerized. Okay, so the key phrases for the sacral chakra are, I am creative and I feel. Oh, That's why I talked about it, because water is related to emotions, and one of the key phrases is feeling. And so, okay, there we go. I just justified that story. Yay me. Next, how to tell if you have a healthy, well-balanced sacral chakra. Well, it shows up when you know and appreciate pleasurable experiences. I mean, you take care of yourself, you take care of others. That's that nurturing part. You can handle change, and you have healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries, and your emotional intelligence is at play. Now, the Oxford Dictionary defines emotional intelligence as, and I quote, the capacity to be aware of, control, and express one's emotions, and to be able to handle interpersonal relationships judiciously and empathetically, unquote. So a healthy sacral chakra means that you're aware of your emotions. You're able to manage them in healthy ways. So what if you get angry? Okay, being mature and handling that anger that's a high level of emotional intelligence. I mean, if you're going to get angry and then go all hug on everybody and break the things, no, that's not emotionally intelligent. On the other hand, if you take the time to express the anger in a healthy way, like through talking about it, having a conversation, or self-examination, there's also transforming that anger into beneficial or productive actions and behaviors. That's emotional intelligence. There's also sexuality as a component, and it makes sense because it is in the reproductive area. But recognizing your sexuality in that spectrum of human experience and honoring it, it leads to a healthier self-image. I am including all aspects of sexuality that honor all the participants in a consensual way. So, what are the traits of an imbalanced sacral chakra? Well, it's a point of self-care. So, if your underactive chakra is at play, it shows up as lethargy. There's no spark, or you're just so dependent. You are too dependent on others. Too many boundaries, or not enjoying pleasurable experiences. You'll have a feeling of isolation. So that's kind of a closed chakra. Now, a too open chakra can show up as over emotional, like reacting in a manner that seems way out of proportion to whatever stimuli is around. And boundaries are an issue. You don't have strong boundaries with a too open sacral chakra. You could have an addiction to pleasure, so too much of a good thing. Now, another way, golly, I don't have one with me today. Booger. I'll have to remember that. So another way to tell to get information about your chakra is to use a pendulum. I wonder if I can make one real fast. Hold on. Oh, look, I have a crochet project. Okay. So this is, in essence, a pendulum. I can ask it to show me yes. And you see it's waving back and forth. I can ask it to show me no. Show me no. There, it's kind of going from side to side. There we go. This is so funny. This is so cool. Okay, so now with a pendulum, I can ask it to show me which way my chakra is spinning, and we're talking about the sacral chakra. So which way is my sacral chakra spinning? Okay, I'm getting a very distinct no here. You don't want to show me? Okay, fine. Anyway, one of my encounters with pendulums was I asked it, do you not work for me because I have an innate distrust of you? And it just about hit me in the face with a yes. So, okay. So if you are comfortable working with a chakra and want to work with a chakra, because they really are fascinating things, and that'll be another topic, you set your intention for the chakra to show you which way you're you set your intention for the pendulum to show you which way the chakra is spinning. And usually, and in general, we saw what yes and no was for me, but in general, spinning clockwise, is this clockwise to you? I don't know, but spinning clockwise indicates a health, that's the preferred way for it to spin, and then counterclockwise is not so great. But of course, it depends on your body. Next off, how can we balance the sacral chakra? First off, color. See, orange is the sacral chakra color. I like the color of orange, oranges, orange, to wear. See, this shirt, this I feel confident, and this does make me happy. This shirt does. And I also have a lovely orange scarf I use to tie back my curtains, and that one's lovely too. So there. So affirmations. You can start with affirmations like, I deserve pleasure in my life. Creativity flows through me. My sexuality is sacred. My pleasure is sacred. I deserve to be loved. I deserve to be treated with respect. My boundaries deserve to be honored. And finally, I recognize the goodness all around me. Again, affirmations are to help you build your reality. So these affirmations are focused on confidence and feeling that self-worth, self-care. Write up your own. It's fine. Oh, good. Okay, so the tone for the chakra, for the sacral chakra, is Vam, and it goes Vam. I think so, yeah. I think that's the right one. So, moving on to the physical ways. The asanas that you can use, the yoga poses that you can use. This first one comes from thethings.com, and they call it the Malasana, or the garland pose. So you stand with your feet about shoulder width apart, and you do a squat, a straight down squat, straight back, and then with your hands in prayer position and your elbows out. Your elbows go in between your knees, and that kind of sits right above your elbow, and that helps to possibly improve the stretch. And then you take 10 deep breaths, and that helps you with balance, and it opens up the chakra too. So next, from Michelle Fondin or Fondine from the Chopra Center, she offers these asanas. She has 3 asanas she talks about. The first one is straight up called the seated pelvic circle. So you sit Taylor style, or in a half lotus position, and with your hands on your knees, you circle your chest, your torso, about 5 or 6 times one way, 5 or 6 times the other way. Now, having been a belly dancer, I thought she was talking vertically. Maybe I shouldn't do that on screen. Ta-da! Having been a belly dancer, I was thinking it was vertical, but when I was doing it, it's like, that's not right. So it's a horizontal circle. Next up is the butterfly pose, which is also called Baddha Konasana, and that is sitting with your feet, with your soles together, and your knees are opening gently. Please don't pull a muscle for this. Just let your knees fall out gently. And then you pull your heels into your groin as close as you can, comfortably. Then the bonus move is that you lengthen your spine and bend forward, fold over. And finally is the cobra pose, or the Bhujangasana. Bhujanganas. Okay, the cobra pose. I apologize for not taking the time to learn that. Bhujangasana. And that's the one where you lie down on the floor, belly down. Your feet are flat, and your hands are under your shoulders, and slowly, breathing, of course, you lift your head, your chest, and your abdomen. So there's some pushing, straightening of the arm. And you keep your belly button on the floor, and your pelvic area presses down to the floor. Exhale on the release, inhale on the, and all that good stuff. And then the mudra, which is the hand yoga, is lovely. Your palms are up. Your left hand holds your right hand, so it's a nice cradle there, and your thumbs touch together. Your elbows aren't going to be this far up because you're not holding this high, but you set it in your lap. And you can use a combination of the toning and the mudra and the meditation. It all works together. And then breathing in, breathing out. Yep. Okay, next up are essential oils. And yes, those are very helpful. And if you choose to use them, please use them in a carrier oil. Some of them you just aren't good to put on directly on your skin. And oh, for God's sake, don't drink them. That puts a load on your liver, and if you do it so long, your liver's going to have really a lot of problems. Don't ingest essential oils. Just don't. Okay, off of that soapbox, on to the next one. So the essential oils are jasmine, rose, ylang-ylang, sandalwood, cardamom, patchouli, and coriander. True essential oil of rose can be steam distilled or extracted with a solvent. The steam distilled version is called attar of rose, and it's incredibly expensive. And the solvent extracted rose oil is called Rose Absolute. And I don't think it's as expensive, but fun fact, and explains the price, is that it takes 22 pounds of rose petals, or 5 dozen, that's 60 roses, to create just one drop of essential oils. Of course it's expensive. Okay, so another caveat is if you're finding a very reasonably priced essential oil, say 10 drams of it for $25, double check. It could be diluted with the carrier oil first. Because as I said, it takes a lot of plant material. It takes a lot of time and effort to get one drop of oil. An alternative, if you're comfortable with it, is to use a fragrance oil. Those are synthetic, totally man-made. Some people think that essential oils have a higher energy to it, have a higher vibration to it, and a better quality, but I found that fragrance oils, they don't have the same scent. They don't carry the same scent for me. It's not always what I consider a true scent, but that's your choice. Now that I think on it, rose water is easy to make, and you can also find it at Mediterranean grocery stores. I wonder if that would work. Hey, if any of y'all decide to use rose water to work on your sacral chakra, please email me and let me know what your experience is. I'm curious to know. I may even have rose water now. Okay, anyway, sandalwood, single source sandalwood is expensive. It's the blends of sandalwood that are still essential oils, but they are more reasonably priced. Again, it's your call. All these other EOs are reasonable. Yes, patchouli still smells like steak sauce on me, but I'd like you to use your inner wisdom to determine which one would work best with you. So now we go into chakra balancing foods, and of course they're going to be orange. I love consistency. So we're talking not only oranges, but mangoes and pumpkins, papaya, carrots, sweet potatoes, what are they called? Garnet yams, the garnet sweet potatoes, cantaloupe. There's also nuts, milk, bread and butter, honey, pasta, and chocolate. I would think my sacral chakra would be so in balance and in tune with all the chocolate I eat. Oh, well. Okay, so I don't know. Trying to get connections here. Maybe I'm reaching, but nuts are seeds from which plants grow, so that's a nurturing thing. Milk and the products from milk, like butter, maybe yogurt, they come from a maternal source. So that would be a nurturing aspect of life, and I can see that connection. Honey is always a pleasure to eat, and the color of it, and of course, think Winnie the Pooh. Pasta? I don't know. Oh well. Now on to the stones. Um, you can use stones in a variety of ways. You can carry them, wear them as jewelry, meditate with them. You can place them on whatever chakra you're hoping to work with today, whatever your focus is. You can put it on an altar or an altar. Huh. Yet another topic for exploring. Okay, so that I don't go spiraling off, let me give you a real brief thing. Altars are a physical presence in your space, whether it's at home or at work or wherever you're at often, that remind you of your intention that you're going to focus on. For the sacral chakra, of course, you would put orange things on it, like an orange candle, orange flower, stones, fabric, any of the things I've talked about today. It can be really elaborate, or it can be very simple and totally under the radar. It's up to you, whatever you want it to be, or anywhere in between. Okay, now on to stones. Of course, the sacral support, this shape, Sacra? No, never mind. These support stones are usually orange. Sacral chakra support stones. Okay, you try and say it clearly. Okay, they are generally orange. So we're talking about carnelian, which can range from red to orange, but it's gentle, it's balancing, it's about creativity, leadership, motivation, and confidence. Next is amber. That's a protection stone, and it's really fossilized tree sap. So it's not really a crystalline kind of stone, but it does store ancient energy from the earth and sun. It's excellent for clearing and balancing your chakra. Oh, I have one too. See, I have an amber stone, and I love this one because it's got, where's the bug? It has a bug in it too. I thought that was very cool when I bought it. Didn't realize what good it was doing, but it's really good at absorbing energy and transmuting it into positivity. Next is citrine, and that's connected to St. Michael. Frankly, any stone associated with the sun or has that coloring is associated with Michael. So if you're cool with angelic vibration or frequency, these are good. I do have a piece of citrine that I thought was just so beautiful, but as it turns out, the clear, vivid color of it was an earmark of a heat-treated amethyst stone. I was a little bummed, but I do have a real citrine, an actual citrine, so the color is a little cloudier. It's cloudier, but it's still that pale orange, and I love wearing it. Citrine also, it awakens your creative imagination, and it connects the lower chakras. So it's the root, sacral, and solar plexus chakras, and that helps to activate the flow of divine solar light, and that encourages motivation, will, and manifestation. Next up is tiger's eye, and that one comes in different colors. I have a red one and a blue one and one of those really cool gold and brown ones. It's a stabilizing and grounding stone, and like amber, it holds on to earth and sun energy. That's the grounding, and the energy aspect of it is that earth and sun energy. It helps you release what doesn't serve you, whether it's emotions or habits, thought patterns. It's also the tigery part of it is encouraging you to face yourself, to face these things that no longer serve you, to help you move with cat-like agility to achieve your higher goals. Next up is orange calcite. I love this stone. I have a big sphere he's big, and we named him Oscar, and he's the central point of my in-person event, Crystal Grids. But he radiates this sun-like joy and understanding. Sometimes it's gentle, and other times he can be a little assertive. but it reminds us to see into our inner selves, to pull out those resources, to fill out that joy that we didn't think we had, to help us move forward. And it helps you to see your truth and the truth around you. There's also tangerine quartz. Because it's a quartz, it's an amplifier, but it's very playful energy to it. It's about self-awareness and understanding and creativity. It clears blockages and old thought patterns also, like orange calcite. So you have that freedom to move through your life with unencumbered. It's balancing, and it helps you balance between giving and receiving. Sometimes it could be more of one, sometimes the other. So tangerine quartz helps you find a happy medium there. And then there's goldstone, and that's a man-made stone. We don't know if it was developed by monks in the medieval times or by an Italian glass-making family. I don't know. But it's a combination. It's a fusion of glass and copper. It still has metaphysical properties, so it's calming and stabilizing. The copper is a conductor, so it moves energies along very smoothly. It helps to pick you. It's a picker-upper. It helps to lift you up when you're not feeling great, when you're feeling less than enthusiastic. Again, another way to help you achieve your life purpose. 2 more stones. Sunstone helps with self-confidence. It's a joyous stone. I mean, think about how you feel being able to get out into the sun after a long time, either inside or when it's cloudy or overcast. How that sun uplifts you and energizes you. It gives you confidence and more joy in life. That's what the sacral chakra is about. The last stone is aragonite, and that is such a fascinating cluster of crystals. It's usually associated with the root chakra, but its color can connect it to the sacral chakra. So it's a stabilizer for emotions. It helps you to release and clear anger and negativity. You can release stress and frustration from your day-to-day life. Another grounding and balancing stone. And it does help you take care of yourself. I mean, there are so many things you can do to open and balance your sacral chakra. So many benefits can be derived from caring for yourself and regaining that joy in life. Okay, so while researching and writing this script, I found, I was thinking that if the sacral chakra is the seat of creativity, and you are the builder of your reality, you're using your creativity to build your reality, are they connected? And frankly, looking at all this information and having you all hear it for almost half an hour, I would say absolutely. As you open and balance your chakras, you're building a reality in which you are in divine alignment. That's so cool. So again, this is not an exhaustive list by any means. I even found articles about feng shui for the chakras. And that's a whole nother rabbit hole to fall into. If anything resonates with you in this video, cool. I am so thrilled. Use what works for you. So Monday I'll be posting on anchor.fm a meditation in which we talk to your chakra, in which we start looking and seeing what we can do to balance the chakra. So anything you can do to add joy and the capacity for pleasure in your life, I'm good with that. So until next time, blessings.